Okay guys, so let's start with basics of Dart. Yep, the good stuff. So I have opened my Visual Studio Code. As I told you guys earlier that I will be using Visual Studio Code, but if you want you can use Android Studio as well. It's not an issue honestly. But the thing is that Visual Studio Code is way faster. Okay, so once you have opened Visual Studio Code, you have to go to File, Open Folder. And for this course, I have made a folder on desktop itself by the name course. I would recommend you guys to make the folder in any of your drives, C, D, E, or whatever the fuck drive you have. Okay. For the sake of this course, I have made it on desktop only because see, the reason why you shouldn't make a folder on desktop is because it's not safe, especially if you are making a really important project. Okay. So all you need to do is just go to your desktop, right click and create a new folder, and since I've already created it by the name course, I will select this folder. So once I have opened my folder, you can see this little icon here, and this is basically new file icon. I would click, this is the first icon as well. So I would click here and write the name of my file. Now the name of the file cannot be in numbers, so you can write practice. You can add numbers later, but not numbers directly. So practice.dart. Okay, make sure that you add .dart at the end. That makes it a Dart file. Okay, so now if you by chance are not getting this window, then you can just simply click here or press Ctrl B on your keyboard. Now let's quickly see the basic syntax of Dart. Okay, so by default, Dart needs us to have a main function. Now what is a function? And we will learn them as we code. So let's quickly write the main syntax. So main syntax is void main. Now these parentheses and curly brackets. Okay, so void is a return type basically, and main is the name of the function. Listen to me carefully now. So the thing is, let's say there is a machine which when you put raw materials, let's say you put potato from the top and it gives you potato chips from the bottom. So the function of that machine is to make potato chips. Okay, similarly in Dart there are different functions, and by default Dart needs you to have a main function. Now void is the return type, and return type basically what kind of value it will return. For void, it does not return anything. See, Dart is an object oriented based programming language. And I know that it might seem a little bit confusing what that gibberish was or what return type is. So now let's quickly write one line of code and we will slowly see what a return type is, what a function is, and the other important aspects of Dart. Okay, so let's say in the main function, now these curly brackets is where you will write the code. So I will press enter and let's print the holy command, which is hello. Okay, so I fucked up the spelling there. So hello world. Okay, and each command that you write inside these curly braces has to end with a semicolon. See, if I do not end it with semicolon, then this red line appears. Okay, and you can see what the problem is in the problems section, and you can see that here it is telling you that expected to find a semicolon. So this means that, and it is also giving you can just click on it and it will automatically redirect you to this line. We will see this. See, I will be missing a lot of semicolons and you might be missing these as well. They only get perfect when you practice a lot. So don't worry about the semicolons too much. Let's quickly enter the semicolon. And once you have written the code, you can see that at the top of your file, there is a white dot coming here. So what this basically means is that your file is not saved. Just press Ctrl S to save the file. Okay, and the file is saved. Now make sure that you save your file every single time you write a new line of code or add something or maybe edit something. Okay, now you can just click the play button here, which is basically to run the program. You can also do this run. Click here or you can click here. So when I press that run, it automatically writes Dart and the file name, and now the hello world is printed. Okay, so why did we write hello world in these double quotes? If you are not coming from a programming background, we use basically double quotes when we want to write a string. A string is basically a sentence, a character, an alphabet or something like that. Okay, for numbers you don't need to use these double quotes. You can directly write a number. Press 8. You have to control S again because you can see that circle coming. So control S. Now it's not coming. Now you can either click run code again, or you can just go here, press the up arrow key and enter, and it will run automatically. And you can see that 8 was printed. Okay, so this is working fine. All right. Now let's quickly look at what are data types.